June is hot and sticky, so you better find a body of water or an air-conditioned couch. Conveniently, that couch may include some free games like NBA 2K25. Move list. What the hell's a step through? Pump fake, then move and hold R in any direction before the pump fake ends. I don't even know how to pump fake. Look, sports video games are just not for me. My first exposure to them was my dad kicking my whole ass in NBA Jam back in 2001. This felt no different. Professional terminology goes over my head. The way games play out beyond he shoots, he scores, and getting rebounds just doesn't matter to me. Whoa, where was the indicator? Whoa. Is that only in practice? Why was there no indicator? I'm confused. And just like when we played MLB The Show, every abbreviation might as well be gibberish. Two-way, three-level playmaker? I don't know what any of this means. That being said, this was still pretty fun, even if you have to make another account. When will it end? Email address. I don't want to enter an email address. Do you wish to abandon the creation of your MyPlayer account? You'll be unable to use online features without it. Okay. This game is all about the superstar rookie you play as. In my case, racially ambiguous Troy Bolton. Get your head in the game. If you know what you're doing, the fans love you, and if you play like I did, they'll have mixed feelings, and that's essentially the story mode here. Earn favor with fans, respond appropriately to press via text or otherwise, and slowly grind out XP points to improve your character like a BRPG. Why am I glowing? Am I embarrassed? You're cold? Oh, because I keep missing. Genuinely, one of my favorite parts about the actual games being played is just how quickly the announcers will turn on you and just drag you through the mud.
Let's just say sometimes you're open for a reason.
Open for a reason? That was rude. Add on the awkward-ass interactions that occur from professional athletes trying to voice act, and you've got one hell of a ride.
Or anything like that, but you know, only starters get endorsement deals, right?
I already know. You know, dudes on the bench ain't getting no shoe deal.
When not balling out on the court, you've also got training you can work on that will rapidly reveal whether or not you know the game of basketball. I do not. Did I mention there's a GTA-like built in? Whoa, there's like a whole, what is this, GTA? When roaming from mission to mission and in between modes, you can walk or ride a mount, just like World of Warcraft, only more swag, and not like nerdy shit, but like cars and go-karts that drift and shit. You can keep your unicorns and dragons. We've got small electric engines. Like most sports video games, if you're not into the sport, this just isn't for you. If you are, there's a near infinite amount of playtime here if you're a fan of the sort. And by infinite, I mean until next year when you pay another $80 for 7 additional rookies that went pro last year. Take-Two Interactive must be raking it in with these games. Worth the time to download? For now, maybe, but it's also about to be a year behind, so... Do you love smoking, objectifying women, and solving mysteries? Alone in the Dark is just for you. In all seriousness, this game is credited as being the, quote, first ever 3D survival horror game, end quote, and it shows. Pieces Interactive took that original experience and seems to have simply polished it with A-list actors and modern motion capture. I can't speak to the faithfulness, but it's fun nonetheless. You can absolutely see where games like Resident Evil got their mechanics and ideas from. In this, you play as 2 characters, a detective and a lady looking for her unk. To experience the full story and get every collectible, you have to play as both. The game tells you as much. So what is the story then? After a solid 2+ hours playing through it, I genuinely have no idea. Does this lead outside? Whoa, what the hell? Uncle Jeremy has very strange memories or dreams, visions, very concerning alternate or parallel worlds where plant zombies and creatures of horror lurk and hunt you. Okay. It's over there. Go get it. Not me, not me, not me. Oh! Oh, we're taking too much damage, move! With how swiftly this game yeets you into a paranormal investigation, you'll be lucky to walk away without whiplash.
Emily?
Do what?
What the hell is going on? Where am I?
Whoa, what? Collectibles scattered throughout the world felt supernatural to find and were scattered about in places I found myself drifting to and fro in search of my main mission. The acting can feel ever so slightly stiff, probably just due to voice acting and motion captured characters, something this star-studded cast was probably not overly familiar with, aside from Yuri Lowenthal, of course.
Accounting and all administrative work is handled by me, Paul Waits.
Who plays Paul Waits? I feel like Paul Waits is the same guy that played Spider-Man. Mr. Waits, Yuri Lowenthal! The game should take about 7.5 hours to beat and is structured the way all good survival horror is. Limited ammo and some mildly competent puzzles. Ammo and melee weapons were always placed just before concerning shenanigans occurred. Coincidence? Yeah, probably just that. The puzzles never felt overly complex, but made me think just enough to keep from dragging. The main focus clearly being on experiencing the story and trying to survive in order to experience what comes next. Whatever that may be, you'll have to find out by downloading it, as it is well worth the time to download and space on your drive. Destiny 2, it feels literally just like Destiny, and I played that a lot. Feels just as good here, but with updated visuals. Add on to the fact that Final Shape is a premium event-based DLC expansion that throws in a free roam area, and I'm not sure what there isn't to enjoy. This might as well be the spiritual successor to the original 3 Halo games, given that Bungie worked on both that franchise and this one. Destiny 2's free-to-play model doesn't sit well with some, but for PlayStation fans like myself who never really got into the sequel, this is a welcome addition to the library, and I can see grinding for light levels being all the better when you pay Daddy Bungie for some early legendary loot you just kinda get given. I didn't pre-order, but I'll take it. This is nothing more than a fun, if a bit floaty FPS space game that will absorb all the time you're willing to give it, for better or worse. While I've seen mixed feelings on it, as a fan of the first game, I can say this is every bit worth the time to download and space on your drive, assuming you haven't already dumped hundreds of hours into it. Hip-hop, skateboarding, ne'er-do-wells, oh my! This whole game hits just like a Tony Hawk Pro Skater mixed with some smooth combat and a story about a kid trying to rediscover himself. And by himself, I mean his head. His head is literally severed at the very beginning, and instead of just being dead, he has a cyber head, and his crew wants to go, quote, all city, end quote, which, if you couldn't tell, places this squarely in the cyberpunk subgenre. I swear, in cyberpunk subgenre, it's always these younger criminals that are wanting to blank that or this thing that only makes sense if said enough by the main characters. Did you see Luke last night? Dude was totally thought out on Scrim. You'll see, one day I'm gonna mod up and you'll all pay. Stuff like that. I tagged a cop. I literally tagged a cop. That's hilarious. Leaning all the way into that. The game is just you getting your human head back, and the ride to getting there is a blast. Team Reptile has crafted a very specific experience here that will take you about 10 hours to beat and is mostly a good time. Chain turrets be damned. Oh my god, finally. Something to let me the fuck go, dude. Oh my god, bless a bitch, you stupid fuck. If you enjoyed that, like and subscribe for more moments like this. Oh no!
Don't let it get you down.
We were doing this over an hour ago. I just lost over an hour of progress. Do you know what that does to a man? And as always, be sure to enjoy yourselves, and until the next one, stay frosty and stay humble.